Next at 5, we're taking a deeper look at what led to the decision to close one Grants Pass campsite and change the hours for another.
And Horizon Air has filed for federal mediation as Medford flight attendants say they are paid significantly less than their Alaska Airlines counterparts.
Plus, the city of Ashland passing a first reading that can make future homes more green, but could also present some new challenges. Those details and much more coming up right now on NewsWatch 12 at 5.
Live, local, late breaking. This is NewsWatch 12 at 5.
Right now, we're taking a live look out at the city of Grants Pass, which will close a designated resting area for unhoused people this week.
Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Haley Gravitt.
And I'm Tim Quidadamo. We'll continue our coverage of this story as it develops further. But first, let's take a look back at what's happened since a historic Supreme Court decision about homelessness in Grants Pass last summer. Last June, the Supreme Court of the United States ruled in favor of the city's ban on homeless camping in public spaces. In July, City Council considered 4 designated camping areas. On August 7th, Council voted unanimously to designate resting sites on J Street, Baker Park, a lot near City Hall, and Riverside Park. 3 days later, we spoke to then Mayor Sarah Bristol, who said these sites were temporary. In October, a new site at 7th Street was approved, with J Street remaining open and other camps closing. After winning the mayoral election in November, now Mayor Clint Scherf spoke to us about how voters told him they wanted to see changes. In December, Bristol and councilors approved grants for Mint to establish a low-barrier shelter in a currently vacant building. One day after being sworn in, Mayor Scherf and council held a special meeting in which they voted 5-2 in favor of revoking the grants for Mint, citing code violations and building location as a concern. Also discussed by council and the public, changing the operating hours of the 7th Street resting site and closing the J Street site.
Shutting it down, it's perfect. Where they're going to go, there is options.
They're going to be back in the parks way more than they are now.
Well, we're not going to give them back, even if it takes armed citizens.
We have solutions that may not be great, but they're kind of working right now.
Yesterday, I was there when unhoused people were escorted off the 7th Street property. At midnight on Friday, the J Street site will be closed. Over the last 2 days, I reached out to council members and Mayor Scherf. I have not heard back. In Grants Pass, I'm Tim Quidadamo.
And Jackson County is looking for volunteers for its annual Point in Time Count. It's a program that counts the number of people experiencing homelessness in the county, both in and outside of shelters. The count is led by groups that are part of the county's continuum of care, including Access, the Maslow Project, and the Medford Police Department.
Members and volunteers will be taking walking surveys at different spots throughout the county. From there, they'll do follow-up interviews at service points like food banks. The count begins on Monday, January 27th. You can head to our website, kdrv.com, if you'd like to get involved.
Let's turn over to Storm Tracker 12. Chief Meteorologist Matt Hoffman for a look at our conditions, but also a look at those sunsets for us tonight, Matt.
Beautiful sunset once again across the region tonight. Also some pretty pleasant temperatures out there now, but as the sun goes down, we got another cold night on tap across southern Oregon and northern California. Take a look at temperatures. Currently 50 degrees in Medford and Grants Pass. We're at 47 in Montague. Temperatures starting to fall on the east side now. 41 degrees in Klamath Falls and Lakeview. 54 along the coast in Gold Beach. We do have some moderate air quality in Grants Pass, but with this stagnant air mass in place, just not a lot of wind. We will see some more drops in air quality in our inland valleys as we head into tonight. The air stagnation advisory goes through noon on Friday. We got a dry cold front that's going to come through on Friday. Not really going to bring us much precipitation, but it's going to mix things up, bring us some gustier winds, and also chill things down as we head into this weekend. Tonight, down to 27 in Medford, 19 in Klamath Falls. Still pretty cold tonight. Not as cold as some of the previous nights have been for us, though. And then tomorrow, some even milder temperatures on the way for your Thursday, up to 53 in Medford, 52 in Grants Pass, and up to around 50 in Klamath Falls and Wairika, topping out over 60 degrees in Brookings. Big changes, though, on the way as we head into the weekend. I'll detail more about that coming up in just a bit.
Matt, thank you. And the cold nights that we've been seeing have severe weather shelters opening their doors tonight. Access is operating a shelter on 6th Street in Medford starting at 5:30. And Mint is also opening a weather shelter in Grants Pass in front of Bi-Mart. Mint says they plan to operate as long as temperatures remain below freezing. Horizon Air, owned by Alaska Airlines, has filed for federal mediation and contract negotiations with flight attendants based right here in Medford.
Over 35 Horizon Air flight attendants work at the Medford base, and they say they are being paid significantly less than their counterparts at Alaska Airlines, despite doing the same job. NewsWatch 12's Samantha Kadera is live at the Medford Airport with more on this story for us. Sam.
Yeah, well, Haley, Tim, as I've been researching this story for the past couple of days, I realized that Horizon Air actually has a larger presence here than I thought. They operate from anywhere from 4 to 10 flights every day, and I think it's important to take a closer look at the situation. Horizon Air flight attendants at Medford's airport say they're facing a pay disparity that they believe is unfair. Despite doing the same job as their Alaska Airlines colleagues, Horizon attendants are paid nearly half of what they make.
And our flight attendants, just because they choose to work at a regional that allows them to be a little closer to home, they shouldn't be penalized when they're doing the same work every day as our brothers and sisters at Alaska and the other airlines.
Horizon flight attendants are paid as little as $18,000 per year in some cases. Judy Harrison Gold, a Horizon flight attendant based out of Medford, said, quote, "For our new hires, it means they won't have to rely on food stamps, sleep in their cars, or make tough choices about which bills to pay. For those of us who have been here longer, it means greater financial stability, a sense of appreciation for our hard work, and the ability to plan for a better future." The negotiations reached a standstill, prompting the union to request federal mediation on January 17th, hoping for an impartial mediator to help bridge the gap between management and workers. I reached out to Alaska Airlines for a comment, and they said, quote, "We remain dedicated to the negotiation process and believe mediation can be a valuable tool in having a neutral third party to provide perspective and guidance to help us reach a beneficial agreement for Horizon Air flight attendants and Horizon Air." Horizon flight attendants, like the 38 based in Medford, say they're passionate about their work but want better compensation for the essential services that they provide. And I did reach out to the Medford Airport to see if they had any information, but they said they don't know anything about it. And the AFA told me that if they were to move forward to vote on the strike, that the flights here in Medford would most likely not be affected. But I'll continue to track this story. But for now, I'm Samantha Kadera reporting live at the Medford Airport.
Sam, thank you. And the city of Ashland passing the first reading of legislation that would make its future homes more green after local youth pushed for that change.
NewsWatch 12's Rocky Walker shares what this could mean for everyone in the city.
Here in Ashland, if you're looking to build a new home and it's not electric based, you might see an increase in the price. Ashland City Council passed the first reading of a natural gas fee, charging new homes built moving forward fees from a couple hundred to a few thousand for using natural gas appliances. This comes after a years-long effort by local youth pushing for a cleaner future in Ashland.
These youth, they grew up with this climate crisis where in the summers that we're experiencing as kids aren't the same anymore. If we want to be able to go play outside more, we need to fix this.
Local realtors say this shift to electric is something that's happened nationwide for more than a decade. And this will further incentivize builders to continue going even more electric in the future.
I think some people will be disappointed about the increase in that, but I think with that choice, people will make different choices and make those decisions for themselves.
Those at Road Climate say they want this to be an example for the rest of the state.
A lot of other cities here in Oregon are looking to the city of Ashland to pass similar policies because they know how common sense and efficient this would benefit themselves, their communities, everyone involved.
In Ashland, I'm Rocky Walker reporting.
Ashland's 2025 Town Hall gathering begins in less than a half hour. Community members can head to Southern Oregon University at 5:30 to learn more about resources that are available in the city. Mayor Tanya Graham will also be giving a State of the City address and presenting the James M. Ragland Volunteer Spirit Award and the Alan C. Bates Award.
Road Community College is asking the community to help train dental hygienists and dental assistants.
NewsWatch 12's Brinkley Hill got to see a demo of what this will look like.
This winter semester, RCC is offering free dental x-rays to prepare students for clinical exams.
It's good to role play, but to actually have that patient that hasn't been kind of prompted to say what's next, and that's a great experience.
Not only do patients get a free set of dental x-rays that can be transferred to a dentist, but the students really get a core piece of education.
Just really learning how to talk to that patient professionally and accurately is vital, if you ask me. So
having human patients to work with is an essential part of this training program. X-rays will be available through March 18th, but for a week in February, the school will also be offering free dental screenings and dental cleanings. If you'd like to sign up to be a patient, you can head to our website, KDRV, to see how that can happen. Reporting in White City, I'm Brinkley Hill.
Looking at a money alert tonight, Klamath County is beginning a 45-day comment period for projects being considered for a grant program. The funding comes from under Title III of the Secure Rural Schools and Community Self-Determination Act. The grant period is anticipated to start mid-April of 2025. Several projects are being considered for the funding, including Firewise community programs and emergency services. More details on the proposed projects can be found on our website, kdrv.com. That comment period will end at 5 p.m. on March 11th.